You live your culture. You don't necessarily sit back and study it and analyze it. It's just something that you do. It's how you are, how you were raised. And I think we have to take the time to study it, because all of those like accountability principles of fairness, nepotism, in a system, if I'm right, that self-government is about responsibility, well, you've got those checks and balances built in. It may not look like the checks and balances that are built in the Canadian system, but part of the work that we have to do is be able to clearly articulate what those systems of checks and balances are in our forms of governance, because they're there. The role of the elders in teaching, in shaming people when you're not behaving properly. You hear people talk about, nepotism in our communities, and I know that that's a problem. I'm not denying that it's a problem, and perhaps even a large problem. But if you look at coming from systems where responsibility is assigned according to your family, according to your clans, you have specific responsibilities. Sometimes when you appoint a family member to do something, you're not doing it just because you want to pay them and give them a good job and exclude other family members. Sometimes you're doing it because in a traditional way you know that's that person's responsibility and gift. Well, we don't articulate those things anymore. So I think that the first step is starting to make really visible and really clear those invisible cultural practices that we all have. And this really isn't about a check and a balance, but people are always saying that, Indian law is lost, Indian law is gone, we don't do that anymore. Well, that's not true. What's the very first thing each and every one of us have done in this room when we meet somebody? Or you go to powwow and you meet somebody new, or you go anywhere and you meet another Indian person. It's your first question. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Where are you from? And why do you ask that question? Because you're sorting out nation, you're sorting out family, you're sorting out clan, you're sorting out, am I related? Do we have responsibilities to each other? But we're not conscious of how important that one little question is and what it means. So that's the kind of it's not really critical thinking, but that's the kind of thinking that we have to start doing about who we are, so we can easily articulate, well, you have this, we have that.